everybody, it's K9 with ATX Tactical and Survival, and today I'm doing a project based upon a request from my brother in arms, Chad Hancock. I was talking to him about different types of long-lasting candles. He had seen one of my previous videos where we used the toilet paper, the can, and the rubbing alcohol to make a long-lasting candle, and I explained to him about a candle that lasts even longer and burns very slowly. Now, just like with any other type of candle, you can use this for heat, light, and for heat source for cooking, because it does burn long. And all you need is three things. First one is a lighter, Crisco oil. The bigger the can, the longer that candle will last. This particular one will probably last around about 5 to 7 days. It's small. Your much larger cans can last all the way up to 30, maybe even more days. And then you need a piece of paper. Now, this is all stuff that you might have in your storage for prepping. You might just have it around the house. You know, if a natural disaster hits. Right now, majority of the country's been under freezing weather. I know my in-laws up in Tennessee are completely covered in ice. So they've got to be able to use what they have around them just to survive when there's no electricity, or they can't get out their front door to gather more wood for their wood burning stove. So what do? So let's go ahead and get started. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Crisco can, and you're going to peel the little lining off, and you're going to have this little gel-like stuff right down in the middle. It's that cooking oil. And what I'm going to do is, that is actually the candle itself. What you're looking at, it's Crisco's in oil. It's a shortening. So I'm going to take a straw, or you can use a knife or a stick, whatever you can. I'm going to put it right in the middle, and I'm going to rotate it a little bit so I can have a little hole right in the middle. Now, the reason why I do this is because I need a place for my wick. Now, if you've got extra kerosene wicks laying around, excellent, use that. But a lot of people don't think to have stuff like that, the wicks and everything in storage. So use what you have. In this particular case, we're using paper. It don't have to be any specific type. This is just regular notebook paper. And all I'm going to do is roll it up as bunched together as I can. But I'm going to roll this whole piece of paper up. And we're basically making a wick out of it. Now, I don't need it too long, so I'm going to fold it over in half, which will just make it even thicker. And I'm going to take that piece of paper, and I'm going to stick it right down onto the Crisco. Okay. Sometimes the particular type of paper that you use is not going to burn just all the way on its own. So what I did was I took a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and I dipped my paper inside the rubbing alcohol just to kind of soak it up to give it that initial burn. So we will light it, and as you see, it's burning. Now the flame's gonna be kind of big because naturally we have the wick up high. You don't have to have it that high, but you'll sit here and let it burn. Right now it is 11:30 p.m. and we will come back and take a look at it throughout the period of the day. And as you can see, with that flame and that heat, if I took a rack and put it right over it, then put a pot over that rack, I can actually cook with it. There's enough heat coming from it. Now, this candle is going to burn very slow for a very long time. And because it's concealed within this can, you don't have to worry about wax spilling over like you would a normal candle or an emergency candle. It's all contained within the pot. And I can actually touch the pot and it's no big deal. It's cold around it. So we'll let this sit here and we'll come back in say 2 hours and see how it goes. Okay, it is now 4:45 in the afternoon. The candle is still burning and has barely put a dent in any type of that Crisco in there. So over 2 hours and we're still going strong. We'll check back tomorrow. Alright everybody, this candle has been burning for almost 24 hours now. And again, the wick is still the same, a good flame, and barely put a dent inside that Crisco itself. Alright everybody, it's nighttime on day 2 and it's still burning. And if you look at it, 2 days later, it just barely melted the Crisco on the top. So this just goes to show an excellent source of heat, light, and a way to cook that's long lasting. Now if I blow this candle out, all that oil that's still in there that has melted is going to harden back up. Guess what? It can remelt and be reused. You're not really losing much. That's one reason why this is an excellent candle to last a very long time and be proficient. And most households have large tubs of this, especially if they're a cooking family. The spouses like to bake, more to say. So I paid around about $1 something for the can, and the paper was, you know, already lying around, and the rubbing alcohol I had left over from other projects and survival gear. So I really only paid $2 for a candle that lasts forever. So there you have it. And a quick shout out to my brother in arms, Chad Hancock, for asking if I would put this video on there. As always, stay safe, be smart, and God bless.